Hello, dear students. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the classification of logic families. Now, in this lecture, among the classification, we have seen that there are two types of logic families. They are mainly classified into two types. One is called as bipolar and one is called as unipolar. In the bipolar logic families, we have discussed about saturated logic families and non-saturated logic families. In the saturated logic families, we have seen the topic or seen the classified group of TTL logic families. Today we are going to discuss about the TTL logic gates. How these TTL or transistors logics are formed, and how their circuit works, and how they are used as a logic gates. Beside this, we have seen unipolar logic families in which MOSFETs are used. There are two types of MOSFETs. One is called as N-type MOSFET and another is called as P-type MOSFET. If these two are combined, it will form a complementary MOSFET in which when the circuit is on, one of the PMOS will be on, while at the same time the second, that is N-type, will be off. So that is why that create a complementary connection, and that is called as CMOS. These CMOS are mostly used in digital fields or digital circuits because they have the propagation delay time for CMOS are very less, and they are very less consuming powers. So that is why nowadays we are using all the digital circuits like semiconductor memory, semiconductor processors, or the chips or memory cards. They are basically they contains CMOS devices. So back to our topic, we are going to discuss about the saturated logic families, in which there are 5 to 6 kinds of saturated logic families devices are used, in which the transistor logic is the basic or scope of our discussion, because it is in the syllabus. So that is why we are going to discuss on the transistor logic. First of all, we will start with the transistor logic NOT gate. NOT gate, it is also called as inverter, because whenever the input is given, the output will be the complement of the input. So that is why first basic circuit in transistor logic is the CMOS, is the NOT gate. So let us see. I am going to draw this logic circuit, and you can easily remember this using the circuit diagram, and watch where I have started to draw this. Starting from the power supply, this is our power supply plus VCC. Now here at the power supply, I am starting it from the output side. From the power supply, one transistor here, it is connected to a resistor whose value is taken to be 130 ohms. Now after this resistor, it is connected to the collector of a transistor, and emitter of the transistor, it is connected to a diode. Then after diode, another transistor is connected like this, and the emitter of this transistor, it is connected to the ground. Now you can see that the positive current from this, it will start entering through these two transistors, and it will emit at the ground potential. So syncing will be like this. So you can find that these two transistors, they are in series. In between them, there is a diode connected here. What is the meaning of this diode? Whenever this transistor, either it will be on or off, the reverse current may change the conditions of this transistor. So that is why no reverse current has to be flow. So that is why this diode, it is connected like this. So all the current, it will be unidirectional only. So reverse current will not flow. So that is why there is a diode connected between these two transistors. Now here, these two transistors, they come in series. Now this type of output, the output is taken in between the two transistors. So this is your output. Here the output is taken. two transistors, they are connected in series. The main thing here is that whenever this transistor is on, at the same time this will be off, or this will be on, this will be off. This type of connection, it is called as totem pole output connection. So whenever there are two transistors and output is taken in between their common connection, this connection is called as totem pole output, in which any one of the transistor will be on at the same time. So this type of connection is called as totem pole output. Now let us see. Now we have to drive these transistors through the base. So base should be connected somewhere. So here the base of this transistor is connected here, and second transistor is like this. We have to drive this transistor. We know that whenever the transistor is connected in common emitter connection, at that time, if suppose the voltage across the base of the transistor is suppose 0 volts, then there will be no forward biasing present at the base and emitter of the transistor. So the diode between the base and emitter, that will be off. If this transistor's base to emitter diode is off, then no current from the collector towards emitter will flow, and we will say that this transistor will be off. This is the first condition. Now second condition, if the transistor's voltage is more than 0.7 volt. Why 0.7 volt? Because transistors are made up of diodes, and diodes require 0.7 volt to make it forward bias. Then only, if the voltage is more than 0.7 volt, then only the diode will start conducting. So the input voltage should be more than 0.7 volt. We are inputting here plus 5 volt because we are considering the digital circuits, and in digital circuits you might have known that logic levels are connected, and to connect the logic levels, if one is to be connected, then we have to connect plus 5 volt, and if 0 is to be connected, we have to connect 0 volt. So these are the logic levels. That is why we have taken these two voltages. Suppose the voltage at the base to emitter is plus 5 volt. Now this voltage is more than 0.7 volt. So here the diode between the base to emitter, it will be forward bias, and if it is forward bias, then current will start flowing through it, or this diode will be on. Obviously, the current from the collector to emitter, it will also start flowing through it. So we can say that this transistor is conducting. So that is why this transistor is working as on switch. So we can say that transistor is on in this case. These two properties are actually used here. Back to this circuit, if we want to make it on or off, we have to provide some voltage here. So that is why base has to be connected somewhere. Here for the second transistor, it has to be connected somewhere. Now to drive these two transistors bases, we have to connect it to power supply like this. So here this is the power supply line. So this is positive voltage here, and it is connected here. The standard value of the resistor used here is 1.6 kilo ohms. Now here again we have to connect another transistor. See how this transistor is connected. The resistor's terminal, it is connected to collector of a transistor, and the emitter of this transistor, it is connected to base of the second transistor. Then here some voltage has to be dropped, because whenever the current will start, this current will start flowing towards or sink towards the ground, so no voltage will drop here. So that is why we have to implement one transistor here, and its value is 1 kilo ohm. So whenever the current will start here, the current will create the voltage drop, and this voltage drop should be more than 0.7 volts. So that is why the value of this resistor is kept at 1 kilo ohm. So this voltage will drop, and it is parallelly applied between base to emitter of this transistor. So that is why this voltage will drive this transistor. If the voltage is present, this will be on. If it is absent, then the transistor will be off. So in this way, this transistor, it is driving the base of this two transistor. How? The collector, that is the output of this transistor, is connected to base of this transistor, and emitter is connected to base of this transistor. So in this way, this circuit is completed. Now again, to drive this transistor, we have to connect another connection here. Now this transistor has to drive this transistor's base. So that is why the collector of this transistor, it is connected to the base. We know that any transistor, the output is taken across the collector. So that is why output of this transistor, it is driving the input of this transistor. That is why collector is connected to the base of this transistor. Now this transistor has to be have some current, should have some current. So that is why power supplies positive terminal to a resistor. It is connected to the base of this transistor, and the value is 4 kilo ohm. 4 kilo ohm because we need a very less voltage to drive this transistor. So that is why 4 kilo ohm resistor is connected here. Now this is the circuit diagram for TTL inverter. So this is what? TTL NOT gate. So you can remember this circuit. This is totem pole output. This totem pole has to be driven by the transistor. So collector is connected here, emitter is connected here. Now this transistor is driven by another transistor. Its collector or output is connected to input of this transistor. Now the emitter of this transistor will be the input for this gate. So this is your input. As you know that NOT gate has one input and one output. So here one input is there and one output is there. So this is the circuit diagram for TTL NOT gate. So here you can see that all the transistors are used. So this is transistor logic. Now let us name this transistor for explaining the working. So this is your transistor T1. Let this is T2. Let this is T3 and let this is T4. Now this is NOT gate. It has one input. Let us call this one input as A, and this A has to be connected to the logic levels. Let us draw the truth table for NOT gate. This is A variable. We have to apply only binary levels. So A's value, either it will be 1 or it will be 0. So there will be two possible combinations. Either input will be 0 or either input will be 1. What about the output? Output's Boolean equation for NOT gate is A complement. Now let us check whether it's true for this circuit or not. Starting from the input, let us put the first value, that is input A is equal to, for example, 0. If 0 is connected, that means this terminal, it should be connected to ground potential. Then only this voltage will be 0. Now see, power supply is on, so current will start flowing through all the resistors. Starting from transistor T1, the current will start here. The emitter of this transistor, it is connected to the ground potential. This transistor, if you observe, this transistor is of NPN type. That means its base is positive type and emitter and collector are of N type. So from this you can see that positive potential is connected here and it is connected to the P type. At the emitter, this emitter is of N type, it is connected to the ground. So you can see that there is a diode between base and emitter. This diode is getting the potential P type to positive and N type to negative. So that is why this diode will be forward biased. And if the diode is forward biased, then that diode will be turned on. So the current can easily flow through the diode only. So I can say that the current from the positive supply, it will sink towards ground. I say all the current will start sinking towards ground. Why? Because when diode is forward biased, there will be no resistance. So the resistance is 0. So current's path towards the ground is very short. So that is why this all current will pass through the emitter. So I can say that no current is passing through this another path, because there is a base emitter, it will have offering some resistance. There is 1 kilo ohm resistance here. So if you compare the two parallel paths, one from this and one from this, there is a resistive circuit, and this resistive circuit is quite more enough than that the resistance offered by this base to emitter diode. So that is why all the current will sink towards ground. So here the transistor's current, if it is absent here, then the voltage across this base of transistor T2 will be low. And if the transistor T2 getting low voltage, then base to emitter of transistor T2 is getting 0 volt. That means there is no voltage to make it forward bias between the base to emitters. So that is why this transistor will be off. So here T1 is on, T2 is off. Now what about T2? Now the current from the plus VCC, it will enter up to this point only, because base to emitter diode, it is reverse bias as this transistor is off. So no current will flow towards this circuit. So the current will drop here, and if the current drop here, the voltage across this point will be high. High means it will be more than 0.7 volt, because in digital circuit we only utilize two voltage levels, high or low. So that is why we are considering only two voltages, low or high. So here at the transistor's base of T3, the voltage is high. What about this? As there is no current here, no current through the resistor, so it will not drop any voltage. So that is why the voltage across the base of transistor T2, it will be also low. If high voltage is connected to transistor's base emitter of T3, then this transistor obviously will be on, because base to emitter voltage is high. So diode between the base to emitter will be turned on or forward bias. So that is why all the current can pass through the transistor. So that is why we can say that the transistor is on. So all the current from plus VCC through 130 ohm resistor, it will sink towards the diode, because the transistor is on. So current is reaching up to this point. Here positive is connected to P type of this diode, and N type is connected to ground through the transistor T4. So this is also forward bias. So current can pass through the diode also. Now the current is reaching at output Y. What about T3? Now T3, again base to emitter of this diode, getting low voltage. So that is why it will be reverse bias. If it is reverse bias, this transistor will be off. So here the current will not sink towards ground, it will drop here. So if you connect a resistor and LED at the output, you can see this path is off, so all the current will pass through the LED. So this LED will glow, and if LED glow, it indicates that there is a high voltage at the output. So output is considered as logic 1. So where we have started from the input, and input A was 0, and if input A was 0, the transistor T1 was on. If it is on, all the current sinks towards ground. There will be low voltage at the base of T2, and if the voltage across the base of any transistor is low, then it will be off. If this is off, it will no current will pass through the transistor. So that is why here the voltage will be low, and here the voltage will be high. High will make transistor T3 on, and low at T4 it will make off. Now this circuit is on, so current is reaching up to this point. No current is sinking towards ground. This current will flow towards the LED, so that is why it will glow, and the output will be logic 1. So here, if input is 0, output is shown by this circuit is logic 1. Now let us take the another condition, that is if it is connected to logic 1. To connect it to logic 1, we have to connect it to positive VCC. Positive VCC means the same terminal can be used to connect the input to this circuit. So it will create logic 1 at the input. So that is why it is connected to plus VCC. Now here you can see the diode between base to emitter of transistor T1, it is getting positive voltage at N type, and it is also getting positive voltage at the P type also. So whenever the diodes are connected like this, there will be no conduction, because here is also the current and here is also the current. So there is no conduction. So this diode will be not conducting. That is why we can say that it is reverse bias. So here, if the diode is reverse bias, we can say that this transistor is off. And if the transistor is off, the path here towards the plus VCC, it is off. So all the current will pass towards the collector of this diode, collector of this transistor. And this collector is getting now high voltage. Why? Because all the current is flowing towards collector. So that is why voltage here will be high. This high voltage will turn on this diode. Obviously, in turn, output the transistor T2 will be on. If this is on, all the current from 1.6 kilo ohm, it will pass throughout the transistor because the transistor is on. And if it is flowing towards ground through the resistor R, it will create high voltage here. And if the current is passing here, then no current will pass through this terminal, because the resistive path offered by this circuit, it is high, so that is why this is low, so all the current will flow in this direction only. So if no current is flowing in this direction, it will create a low voltage at the base of transistor T. If base of transistor is not getting any voltage, so this will not forward bias the diode between base to emitter of T3. So that is why no current will pass throughout the transistor. So this transistor will not conduct. So that is why we can say that this transistor is off. What about T4? T4 is getting high voltage. So that is why it will be on, because base to emitter is getting high voltage. So the diode will be conducting and overall the transistor will be conducting. So that is why we can say that the transistor is on. Now up to this point current is conducting, but this diode, this transistor is off, so no current will flow. So no current to the diode, so no current to the LED. So LED will not glow, and if it will not glow, it indicates that the output is logic 0. Now if this transistor is on, suppose some current is flowing through the transistor, then that will sink towards the ground, not through this part, because this transistor is now on. So all the current is flowing towards ground, not through this diode, this LED. So that is why output will be 0. So what we have started, we have connected it to plus VCC. That is, we have connected a logic level as 1, and 1 we are getting output as logic 0. So if 1 is connected here, we are getting the logic 0. So the truth table or the observation table, you can find that inputs and output, there is a relation like complement. 0 is connected, output is getting 1. If 1 is connected, output will be 0. So in this way, this type of logic circuit is constructed using transistor. So here only transistors are used, and transistors input is connected, output is connected to another transistor input, and output of another transistor is again connected to next transistor input. So in this way, transistors are connected in this way. So that is why this transistor circuit or this circuit is called as transistor logic, and this is the logic circuit. That is why it is logic. And what it is showing the output like NOT gate. So that is why it is a TTL NOT gate. So this was all about TTL NOT gate. Now in the next lecture we are going to see TTL NAND gate and TTL NOT gate. Thank you.